this might be the one thing that you might be doing that is absolutely destroying your acting career. Hi guys, I'm Lady Morales. I am your fellow Atlanta actress, and today I'm going to be talking about the one thing that could probably be leading your career up to a halt and probably stagnating your career. So let's get started. Alright guys, so this is what I like to call the pick-me actor syndrome. It's a long story. It's something I came up with in my head. We all know the phrase pick me girl or pick me guy or whatever. Pick me pretty much means like, oh, look at me. You should pick me. Like, I can't really articulate what pick me means. I know what it means, but it's more so like the best example I can give is a pick me girl who wants to, just prove to herself that she's like cool and that, like the guy should come after her and should, pick her, and she's like hot-ish. If y'all can articulate better what a pick-me person is, or Google it. Long story short, pick-me actor, how I came up with that term, are just actors that are pretty much desperate. So there could be a couple of things as to what could lead to an actor becoming a pick-me actor or being desperate. And that is just really because of the focus on the lack of booking, on the lack of getting an agent, on the lack of submitting themselves and not getting responses from managers or agents or casting directors or whatever it is. So the more that starts to happen in our acting careers, we become desperate because then we start to think, oh my gosh, why am I not booking? What is wrong with me? What agents, what is it about me when I'm submitting myself to agents that they're not calling back? It could be a number of things, but long story short, when we start to notice that we aren't getting the results that we want, that we're not booking, like, oh my gosh, I've started this for I started acting 2 years, I haven't booked anything, I've been with my agent for 2 years, haven't booked anything, they're gonna drop me. We start to catastrophize all of the reasons why things aren't going the way we think they should be going. Then we start to become desperate, and then we start to rely on the fact of like any audition that we get, any class that we start, any little information or little crumbs that an agent or a casting director might tell us, it's like holy to us. You know what I mean? So let's say, for example, you haven't booked anything, you haven't gone on an audition maybe in like 3 months, you get this one audition, right? You're like, oh no, this audition, it's my first audition in 3 months. I have to make sure that it's perfect and that I'm giving it all or giving it my all and this, that, the other. Then you start to try too hard. And then you don't worry so much about the craft and being as an actor. You start worrying about the logistics and the pressure around that audition. And that energy, guys, comes across. I mean, casting directors and agents and producers, executive producers, they can smell desperacy from a mile away. I fell into this trap, especially during the beginning of my career, because I was with an agent. It was at the time, it was my first agent, not the best but also not the worst. I did book with the agency, and a lot of people didn't have the same experience. They never really went out or got an audition like once every, I don't know, but I did book with a specific agent. But I was just like, I felt like I was at the mercy to try to please this agent, to try to please the casting directors, to try to be somebody that I wasn't, and not even that, but it was really starting to affect my work, and it was starting to affect my mental health and distress because I was putting my acting career on such a pedestal. And that is the last thing you guys should be doing, is putting your acting career on a pedestal. Especially when you're first starting out, guys. I didn't book my first job until I think 2-3 years when I started. I know people like in LA, for example, it's been 5-6 years, they still have yet to book a co-star, and they're really talented. And it's just a lot of other things that go beyond just what we can control, which is, being in class and studying the market and studying TV and film, etc., etc. It's really easy to fall into the trap of getting desperate, desperate for a job, desperate for a booking, desperate for an agent. And sometimes I mean, dare I say, I think it's kind of even human nature, especially when we want something so bad. But I'm here to tell you guys, it's all about consistency. Some people get lucky and they're able, you know, the first audition they go out for, they become a series regular, a household name, they win an Emmy, and that's that. Like, it happens. It is. Everybody's journey is different. I'm not going to say yours is going to take forever, but I'm also not saying it could happen, you know, tomorrow you're going to get an audition and then in 2 days you're going to be like, no, this person is perfect. They're the next Angelina Jolie. We want the series regular. And I mean, again, it could happen. I pray that happens to somebody watching. But for the most part, like anything in life, good things take time. Good things come to those who wait, and consistency is key. Guys, I've been acting in Atlanta, or I've been acting in general for 8 going on 9 years now, and I'm just now, not even just now, like probably like a couple years ago, I just started seeing the benefits of my work, the benefits of all the classes I've taken, the investments I've made into my materials, my headshots, my resources, the relationships I've built, the connections I've built. I'm starting to see that momentum finally, you know, bloom. You shouldn't put your acting career on such a pedestal, guys, because every single day your life is happening. If your heart is still beating, that means God is still working. I stole that from my pastor. So God is still working. So don't let your identity just be, I'm an actor, I'm an actor, I'm an actor, I need to be serious with my act. No, live your freaking life, guys. For the most beautiful thing about this industry is anything can happen. Your life can literally change in a moment. And as long as you know the right people, you know the right, you have the right connections, and most importantly, you're working on your craft, you're working on your, you know, on your job as an actor. That's all you really can do. Everything else as to why you didn't get this role, why this casting director didn't call you, like that's all out of your control. If you are consistently working on yourself as an actor, you're working on your skills, you're in class, and you are putting forth that intention of whatever your goal is, whether it be to be the next Marvel superhero, to be a series regular, to be the next Angelina Jolie. I mean, whatever it is, as long as you are living every single day with that intention, honestly, anything can happen. So I'm very hesitant to say like, oh, it's going to take time, because for the most part it does. It's not that it takes time, it's just it takes consistency. You know, you shouldn't give up on the second audition that you don't get or whatever. It takes consistency and it takes time. Try new classes that are unrelated to acting, whether it be like a salsa class or swing class, or maybe learning to pick up a new language, real estate classes, classes on finances. Hang out with your friends, guys. Go to those concerts. Go just live your life. Go. I wish I could just like kick you. Go live your life. Live your life, because I promise you, when you're so consumed with living a fulfilling life, not a perfect happy life, because nobody lives a perfect happy life 24/7, but if you focus on living a fulfilled life, I promise you everything that's going to translate into your work, because once you get that audition, you're gonna be like, you know what, if I get this, great. If I don't, great. I have all this going on. Here's my job. Here's 125% of what I can give you. I'm just gonna go live my life. I promise you guys, that is when you're gonna start working. All right, guys, so with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram so we can connect. If you have any other questions, I love to answer your questions in my DMs. If you want to just DM me, totally fine. And with that, I will see you on the next video.